Hello YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Modding Tutorials, and this is going to be another part of the basic series, the getting started series, and this is following on from the last tutorial, as you're going to have MCP set up to get to this point. Now, where we left off was here, and what we want to do is open up this client package, then open up src, then open up net.minecraft.src. Then we'll get a ton of class files. We want to right click on any of them, click highlight new, and then class. Now the first thing we need to do to make a new block is create a mod underscore class. Now you can call this what you want, so you type mod underscore, all lowercase, and then whatever you want. So we're going to call it tut. So normally you'd have the name of your mod or something. It can have capitals in it, but as long as the mod underscore is in lowercase, then you're fine. And you can't put any dots in it because that will error. If you just read up here, then it will say stuff. But make sure, don't ignore this one when you're doing a mod underscore, because it should have a lowercase m, otherwise mod loader won't read it. So then you click finish, and you'll get a basic layout for a class. So as you can see, the package that it uses is net.minecraft.rc, and then it is a public class, and it is called mod underscore tut. Then these are basically constructor tokens, so whatever you put between here will be inside this class. If you put something down here, it will error, or it will error here if you just put ASD or whatever, because it's not a Java method. But right, so what I normally do is just hit enter, but at the top here you want to add something extra, and what you want to do is type extends base mod, which is a class made by added by mod loader, which has all the different methods and stuff that we're going to use. But as you see, you get an error here which says it must inherit the abstract methods, and you can add them here or we can type them out. So the first one will be public void load, and a void, if you don't know, is basically just a method that runs things within it, whereas the next one, public string, a string is like a word within what are they called? Speech marks. So public string get version. Now a string type. Oh wait, also with voids and methods like this that require constructor, you want to put two curly brackets on the end. But now if we just do that, we'll get an error, because as it's a string, it has to return a string. Now basically, to do that, you type return, and then the string is going to be 1.1. So basically this method is now equal to 1.1. So say in here we type get version, like that, that method is that is equal to 1.1. So that's what, and you can do int, which is an integer, which is basically a number, and there's all sorts of different ones that you'll come across. And make sure it has a capital S. And these are comments, and you just we'll put 1.1, but it's basically the version of your mod. So in the log, when Minecraft is running, it will say mods loaded mod underscore tut 1.1. So obviously you can write the version of your mod, so say version 0.1 or the version of Minecraft. So that is how to set up your mod underscore class. But now we need to add some stuff in here to make ourselves a new block. Now the first thing we want to do is define our new block and its name and properties and things. So to do that, you type public static final. Basically what this means is public, so it can be seen by everything. Static means you can use it in other classes, so you can reference this block. Final means that you're not going to add anything else to this method in a later void or string method. It's all going to be here. And then it is the next one is going to be the type. So we are making a new block, so the type block, which is this class here, which has all the, if you scroll down, it has all the blocks in it. And then the name of your block, so we're going to call it tut block. And with Minecraft, it normally has the first word is lowercase and the second word is capital, and then that is going to be equal to a new block, and then you do the brackets, then dot set block name, which is going to take a string, which we discussed down here, and that is going to be the block name. This won't show up in game, but you just need to add this anyway, so we're going to call it tut. And then as you can see, we've got an error here because we haven't got the variables needed. In curly brackets you normally have variables. The first one is going to be an integer, so what you'd write is, and the integer is going to be the ID of your block. So like say when you're in the Minecraft game, each block has a different ID. That is what you're going to set here. Now there's a lot already used, so I'd suggest going from 150 above, and it has to be below 256. And then the next one is going to be the texture, which we're going to set to 0, but we'll override that later. If you want to use a texture within the terrain.png, you can put whatever you want in there. And then the next one is going to be material dot, and then we can set it to any of these materials, which means basically if it's sand, it can be broken by your fist. If it's cactus, it can be broken by your fist, and I guess it can, glass, you won't be able to break it. And when I say broken with your fist, I mean it won't return anything if you do break it with your fist. Whereas if you set it to rock, if you set it to rock down here, then you have to have a pickaxe to get the returned item. But at the moment it isn't actually going to be returning anything. Now to change that, we can make our own class called, say, block tut, like so. Then this new class wants to extend block, and then you'll get an error here, and if you just click add constructor, it will add the basic constructor in. Now we don't have to have this, we can set this, so we can set this to a whatever block extends this class. It will all automatically be block.rock, and then we don't have to have that in there. And we can automatically set the texture to 0, and then you still need to have the ID. So if we save this now and go back into here, we can make this extend block tut, and then we take these two variables out like that. And also if you want to make your block drop something, you type I think it's public int ID dropped. Then that takes the parameters of one integer of I, then random rand, then an integer of j, then add the constructor. As you can see, again, error on random, that's because you want to import that class. And we're just going to check that this, and then it wants to return an integer as it's defined here. And if we just type this simple little things at override, it will tell us if this statement is correct, so if it is made in here. So if we search in here for ID dropped, you can see we have this statement here. So we can change that to return, say, item dot apple gold dot shifted index, or we can make it return a block, so block dot, say, block clay dot block ID. Or if we want to make it return, say, something inside our mod underscore tut, we can type mod underscore tut dots, and then we can say we wanted to make it return our tut block, we'd do it like that. Or if we want to do it an item, we'd have this as shifted index. And you can also make it return itself, so the block ID. We're just going to leave it as, say, block dot water lily. I'll do, then dot block ID. So now if we save that, then go back in here, there's a couple of more things we need to do. So in the load method, the load constructor, sorry, you want to type modloader dot register block, and then that is going to take a block variable, which is going to be our tut block, so whatever this bit is, and that will register your block into the game. Then we are also going to want modloader.add name, which adds the in-game name for your block. Now the first one is going to be an object, which is your tut block here, which is an object of the block class, and then you're going to have a string, which is the text that will appear for your item in the game. So tutorial example, like so. And then also, if you want to set the texture, you want to type tut block dot block indexed in texture equals modloader dot add override. Then the first string is going to be slash, oh sorry, not there. The first string is going to be slash terrain dot png. Then the second string is going to be slash GUI, no sorry, is going to be slash a folder of your choice, so you can make this folder, and then slash tutblock.png, which is going to be the file that it uses. So that will be your texture, which will be 16 by 16. That will be the folder that's placed in within the Minecraft.jar, and that is the default texture that it is overriding. Now we are not going to add that for now, but you can play around with that. So if you see, if I just move this down to here, you can see we have a little debug mode and run mode. If we hit debug mode, it will, if we make changes in here, it will automatically update in the game. However, if we do run, it won't. So if we just click that button, it will launch Minecraft with our mod installed. And I'll just move this up into the center of the screen, which is more like that, but here. Then if you click single player, if you just create a new world, we can call it whatever we want, so tut block, and obviously you can change all the world settings, whatever you want to do, but just create a new world. And obviously if it works, then your block has been created. But obviously we're not going to have a way of getting our block at the moment, but in the tutorials to come I can show you how to do that, how to make things like crafting recipes and other basic things like that. And then once you guys have all got used to the basics, we can move on to some more advanced tutorials. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry that's been such a long tutorial, but there was a lot to cover. And the next tutorial will be items, so look out for that. I hope you're enjoying the new channel. It's more dedicated for you guys. I will be, after I've got these basic tutorials out the way, I'll only be making one tutorial on this channel a week, and on the other two channels that I have, I will also be making one a week. So that's 3 videos from my 3 channels a week. I've got school and stuff, so I can't make more, but I'm going to college soon, so at the end of the year, so hopefully I will have a little more spare time then. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope this helped. I hope you've got some cool mods that you can make. I hope you I hope you make some cool mods. I hope also follow me on Twitter if you want to keep updated on series and things happening with my channel. Check out my mods, Formula8's mods, on the Minecraft forum. I'll leave a link in the description. And thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in my next video.